What's up, guys? Today we are looking at the Fuji XE3. We're going to look through the menus. So, yeah, you got a nice little grip on the XE3. You got this front dial. Then we've got the mode switch thing that you lose on the XE4. It really wants to focus on that front lens element cap thing. So then over on the side, you've got the little tiny microphone cable thing. You got to get an adapter like this to actually use a microphone for. And if you want a viewfinder that's usable, you got to get this thing. If you want a grip that, you know, doesn't hurt your fingers, you got to get something like this. Alright, so let's look at this menu. I'm not shooting RAW on this camera currently. The Fuji JPEGs are really good. We're in classic chrome. The RAW is compressed. I don't use the grain effect. I don't like having a lot of dynamic range either. I like to have kind of a lot of dark shadows and bright highlights, honestly, in Fuji photos. I don't use any of this. Adobe RGB has a little bit more color. I don't use any custom settings. All the lenses I've been using for this are actually manual focus lenses. So when I did use the Tamron 18 to 300 on there, I would use wide if I was doing a video. I also had the Rokinon 12mm f2, and I'm going to be getting the Viltrox 1.4. That's going to be a great lens. The Viltrox 13mm 1.4. I did a video on it, showed some photos. I don't use any of that. So peaking is really important since I'm using manual focus lenses mostly on these cameras. So I usually put that to red. Seems like the color I can see the best. And I don't have any focus check or zoom in going on right now on this camera, but I usually use that on the X-T4. I do have that set up. Film simulation bracketing is useful when you're doing like portraits and stuff. You don't have to edit the photos at all. You can use one of them being Acros, one of them being classic, or you could use a Pro Negative high, and then you could use Provia, so you have kind of a standard color. And yeah, that works really well. I did that for some portraits. So yeah, I mean, everything seems to come HD 59 seconds when you first get it. Both these Fuji cameras that I'm talking about on here today come like that. I usually go in and change the video to like 24. Let's see, you go 4K 24, you could do 1080 24. I'm not doing anything that important, so 1080 is fine. So yeah, on this camera, let's see what we've got for the Q menu. I've never really changed this from when I got it. I don't use the Q menu because there's usually enough dials and buttons on Fuji cameras to work out fine without the Q menu like that. So yeah, we've got exposure compensation, we've got shutter speed, goes up to 1/4000th of a second. The X-T4 goes up to 1/8000th, I believe. So yeah, and then I use this dial for the film simulations, and then I use this dial for the ISO, and I use the aperture on the lens. So with just these buttons right here, I can control everything I need to. And if you set this to zoom in, or this to zoom in, that would be nice too. So yeah, so actually it looks like I've got this to zoom in and this for the picture the film simulations right now. I guess I changed it since last time. But yeah, if you ever want to change that, just hold down the display. And all the swipe I turned off, because I turned off the touchscreen, because I don't like the touchscreen at all. Because I'm constantly touching the screen. I mean, the camera's tiny. When I'm holding it, I'm constantly accidentally touching the screen. So I turned all of that off. And yeah, the dial is magnifying now. So I think that's useful, because when you're taking a photo and you need to manually focus, you can just press this really quick and zoom in. And then I'm not changing the film simulations as much as I'm zooming in if I'm actually taking serious photos. So yeah, that's the Fujifilm XE3. I really like it. I would go with the XT2 over this for around the same price range. I think it's better. You got more dials and a better grip. So if you want something really tiny, this would be a great combination with the 27mm Pancake. But besides that, I'd go with the XT2. So scroll through my page, check out my other videos. I got some other videos on this camera. And hit the subscribe button, because I got more videos to come. Thanks for watching.